turning back the timeline to this African savannah. There's a ghost of an ancient human standing here with me. A ghost who is able, living off the land, depending on the hands of the others in this African band. Survival strength, survival wisdom, no illusions for the comfort, mind at peace, purpose clear. The hunted becomes the hunter, and the victim becomes the warrior. Across this land, and I listen to the sounds. I try to understand how this ghost can look so much like me. Here I stand with nothing, losing sense of time, longing for a message, some purpose I can define. Time when we ran free, living with the dignity that all other animals reach. And I knew it wasn't me, not some flaw in humanity, not some problem with our bodies, just the visions that we believe. So I smiled in my then I recognize the face. I am this ancient human in another time and another place. Survival strength, survival wisdom, no illusions for the comfort, mind at peace, purpose clear. The hunted becomes the hunter, and the victim becomes the warrior. Did he know they held him on a pedestal? Did he know that his fourth graders cared more than they could show? He had taught for 20 years with worn out lesson plans, and with his patience growing weary, his students called him mean, but now none of them know how to feel. none of them know how to feel. He was home with a routine illness, as far as any of them knew. They took it day by day, wondering when the illness would be through. With a substitute, they learned about the phases of the moon. They laughed and they struggled and they decorated the room. But now none of them know how to feel. None of them know how to feel. With the walls around these children and the desks that keep them still, I could see how they might forget that school is something real. Their teacher would control them. Some said he didn't care. I know 22 fourth graders face the real world the hard way today. They got the news this morning, and the whole school feels the pain. One boy showed tears for the words he'd used in vain. There were two girls making jokes, but they can't shield us from their grief. The classmate cards like I've never seen to pass along to his family. I can see it in their eyes, they're learning now.
None of them know how to
I can see it in their eyes, they're learning now.
None of them know how to
I see it in their eyes, they're learning now.
know how to
I see it in their eyes, they're learning now.
None of them know how to feel. None of them know how to feel.
Moved to a different apartment, and when I sorted through some boxes, I found a journal of my early years my mother must have kept for me. And on the page inside the title read 2 months, and the next was 3, then 5, then 6, then 7 months. It was nothing I had ever seen. She said he's getting to be such a cute little guy, and he likes to touch my face. He's starting to look a lot like Deanne when she was his age. A surprise after all this time to read words I thought were left behind. What a gift it is to see these years through my mother's eyes. She said, Alan and I take the kids with us. We've been traveling all the time. We sure hope they will enjoy these trips if they get used to it so young. She wrote that 28 years ago, when I was just beginning to grow. Now I've crossed this country given half the chance. It's no mystery from where this river flows. On the page that read 2 months, she wrote, I wonder whether it was such a good idea to have 2 kids so close in age. I guess I'm tied home for college anyway. Another place and another time, a dusty corner of my mind, a day-to-day sense of family. Right now it's so hard to find. A surprise after all this time, to read words I thought were left behind. What a gift it is to see these years through my mother's eyes. I never even thought to see these years through my mother's eyes. Last night by the fire, when our eyes turned back to you, you sang a perfect melody you had written that afternoon. It's not often inspired these days by humankind, but I believed in my crazy future when your voice began to rise. Your words reached out to those who understand the truth of our broken world and the strength of every hand. You sang to us eye to eye, and from everything I heard, there's truth enough for the magic in the spirit of every word. Let it show this timeless night. Let it show. Don't let the sun rise. Tonight your truth is my own. Just let it show. Just let it show. just let it show. When the fire had died away, I reached out through the night. I found your melody in the silence, and I watched the stars through your eyes. So I reached out to those who understand the truth of our broken world and the strength of every hand. Let it show this timeless night, let it show. Don't let the sun your truth is my own, just let it show. Just let it show. Just let it show. Spanish words, the simplest ones. We shared everything, but I always claimed I couldn't find the words I wanted. My foreign words, her native tongue, her words flowed like a lullaby, mine like a random drum. The sweetest one, but now she's gone home. I can still see her face. Her face may fade away from my old and gray memory, but her words will still remain. Jewel of Mexico, family far away, here each joy and pain will shape her soul, but she knew she could not stay. I tried to prevent feeling any pain, I stayed far enough away. Now I hear those words sung in a melody, and the words describe my pain. The sweetest one, but now she's gone home. I can still see her face. Her face may fade away from my old and gray memory, but her words will still remain. Her words will still remain. Las palabras van a quedar las palabras van a quedar. Poets find their strongest words like their words can change the world. They find the strength to write it down and the patience to be heard. And painters save 1,000 words. There's so much that words can't say. With a pounding heart and a tired voice, they put silence on display. If you look back through our history, there is no one else like you. We are born into a crowded world, but the artist here is you. Oh. Now actors wear a thin disguise and see through the character's eyes. They bring life to a silent script when they move into the light. And dancers set their bodies free as they measure every ancient move. With countless possibilities, they push what the body can do. I always thought that artists came from someone else's town. I never dreamed that I could write or sing this song right now. If you look back through our history, there is no one else like you. We are born into a crowded world, but the artist here is you. Oh, if you look back through our history, there is no one else like you. We are born into a crowded world, so write it, sing it, paint it, show it, just make sure it's true. 'Cause the artist here, the artist here, the artist here is you. I could sit in this house and listen to the radio. I could sit in this house and watch the TV glow. But I have places to go and people to see. I don't know where or who they'll be. Just give me my hat, this much I know. I'm going outside where the wind still blows, 'cause I'm human, as strong as I can be. The whole world is home for you and me. And the jiggers and ticks and spiders and snakes, and jiggers and ticks and spiders and snakes, jiggers and ticks and spiders and snakes. But I go outside anyway. They won't slow me down. I feel too free with my bare feet on the ground. I heard the weather report sounds just fine. Thunder and lightning and rain all night. I almost stayed inside under the roof, but I remembered that humans are waterproof. And the other day, when the heat was cruel, I said air conditioning just won't do. I'll sweat like rain so it cools me down. I will stink, no doubt, but I'll stand my ground. With the jiggers and ticks and spiders and snakes, and jiggers and ticks and spiders and snakes, jiggers and ticks and spiders and snakes. But I go outside anyway. They won't slow me down. I feel too free with my bare feet on the ground. I feel too free with my bare feet on the ground. Burrow trails climb into the denser, darker jungle, where the Spanish pushed the natives to claim the fertile valleys below. You never know from any map how far the trails go, farther than I used to think any road could ever cut through the jagged limestone. It's no place you could go. It's no place you could go. There's native towns in the mountains where the tourists rarely go, guarded by the distance from the ends of any road. They'd never know this magic place without the eyes to see, a refuge for a culture where the jungle remains pristine. It's no place you could go. It's no place you could go. It's no historic never land, the natives losing ground. It's just more subtle now. The ever-growing monster of a dream to conquer land and sea goes far beyond our needs. News has reached the valley that a cavern has been found, a giant pit 300 meters deep into the ground. The route is drawn, the highway will go, the natives will be faced. I'm thinking they'll be homeless once again if they don't integrate. There's no place left to go. 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 something wild about the sunset. We faced the future like we were fearless. When we sat together, our dreams seemed reachable, but the night seemed harder to face alone. There's something wild about the sunset. Hand in hand, the love seemed endless, but this symbol of romance no longer sheltered me from the stranger inside who finally called my name. But as the sun sets, I do not fight it. I struggle, but I will let it be. I still have my dreams. There's something wild about the sunset, like some sort of dark wind came blowing through it. 'Cause when we ran together toward the calling skyline, we left the world behind until the love was forced to die. It's a wild and delicate state, but my heart feels stronger than ever today. I was shaken, but I stand again to face these fears that rise again as my dreams begin to wake. That's what's wild about the sunset. Hand in hand, we watched our love pass. Then one dark night, long after sundown, we let our hands go and we were free. But as the sun sets, I do not fight it. I struggle, but I will let it be. I still have my dreams. I still have years. Already you seem angry. You're much too young to conceal what you This world must seem absurd. I'm amazed how much you have seen. Your mother's a special one. She's my sister and my friend. I've seen how she loves you with a hug and the truth. I have never seen doubt in your eyes. You feel the sun and you feel the rain. You feel the love, but you still feel the chains. You dance when you walk and you sing when you talk. 5 years of always asking why. I don't know your father, just the stories that I've heard. Like a stranger, he's not there to help you learn. I think that he loves you, but he'd rather be free. Doesn't seem like a father that you need. I've tried to imagine what your future will bring, whether some anger inside you will still remain. I wish I could plant a seed that would show you how to grow, but your struggle is so far from my own. So hold your mother's hand for a while. It's just the two of you, your strength and your pride. Her bruises have healed and your memories will fade. The fear can be left behind. You feel the sun and you feel the rain. You feel the love, but you still feel the chains. You dance when you walk and you sing when you talk. 5 years of always asking why. 5 years of always asking why. When I woke up I was humming some distant melody with an unfamiliar rhythm, and it did not want to leave. The image in the mirror showed a new intensity. I heard it calling in my heart as it took control of me. When I looked outside the window, I saw different scenery. The city had somehow vanished, a dark ocean surrounded me. I built a raft with clear intention. There was something I must see. I rode the current through the stormy water to an island I'd seen in a dream. I found naked people dancing 10,000 years ago around a raging fire, chanting sounds that stirred my soul. And I recognized the rhythm, the one to which I awoke. I found joy lost since my childhood, the most peace I'd ever known. It was just as I had imagined right before civilization grew. Humans living like humans, not with godlike magnitude. I came upon their leader who approached me with a smile. I stepped up to the heat of the fire and gripped every hand with each of mine. I found naked people dancing 10,000 years ago around a raging fire, chanting sounds that stirred my soul. And I recognized the rhythm, the one to which I awoke. I found joy lost since my childhood, the most peace I'd ever known. That night while the fire smoldered, they taught me to sing their song. I learned to formulate the sounds, and our voices became one. I knew I couldn't trust the moonlight to calm the stormy seas. Perhaps their song inside my heart will calm the storm inside of me. I found naked people dancing 10,000 years ago around a raging fire, chanting sounds that stirred my soul. And I recognized the rhythm, the one to which I awoke. I found joy lost since my childhood, the most peace I'd ever known. I found joy lost since my childhood, the most peace I'd ever known. Our culture's home unbounded, shining lights into the sky, like a searchlight to the future, from a world that can't survive. We've been tending to this garden to feed ever-growing needs, taking life from the powerless to make more room for our greed. We're living in a story that's written in our beliefs, a mysterious adventure that ends with a tragedy. From where the sun now stands, I yearn for a different story. Do we bear a natural burden as we strive for paradise? If we work just a little harder, will this myth be realized? We're born with a narrow vision, knowing only what we see, placing hopes on a fragile picture of a glorious American dream. I struggle to find some peace of mind as I see so many dreams that die. Can you hear the sound of the tears that never fall? They are replaced with a sigh and the same old life. I hear them all the time. So we cling to a broken story, we fence off some place to hide. We choose wars when we feel threatened to protect this way of life. We're living in a story that's written in our beliefs, a mysterious the tragedy. We're living in a story that's dying to be burned. Will a flower sprout from the ashes, or will we start it all over again from where the sun now stands? I yearn for a day